Alright, we're here with another replay. This one from Boojilicious and Odium's Tretch. Greenskins versus Dark Elves. A weird matchup. Keeps going back and forth, but currently it's quite Dark Elf favored. With Scourge on Chariots being very strong, Malekith and Malice both being strong. And Greenskins not being in their best state, but they still have some teeth in this matchup. And it looks like Tretch is going with the newly buffed, new and improved, shiny and sleek Giants. Okay, maybe not shiny and sleek. Well, shiny for all the wrong reasons, but yeah. Sweaty, dirty, gross. But can the Giants stand up against the Dark Elves? We have two Cold One Knights, one Cold One Dread Knight, the Knights of the Ebon Claw ROR. We have three Dark Riders, looks like two Manticores in the sky, Malice Darkblade, Spirit Leech Caster, a front line of Bleak Swords, and one Dark Rider Peter Crossbow. On the other side, we have Morgan's Mangy Marauders, the Goblin Wolf Archers that have armor-piercing missiles. We have Azhag up in the sky with Fade Abuna and Spirit Leech. Gobbo frontline, Orc Boys, and Squigs in the secondary. We do have one Hammer of Gork, Goblin Rocklubba ROR, and some Orc Boys and Orc Boy Biggins in the background. And yes, the two giants of old, Steve and Richard. Richard II. Steve and Richard II will do their very best to carry this whole game on their gigantic backs. Yeah. Cool, cool. Dark Elves are forced to move up as the Hammer of Gork is just going to put poke on them until they get up and get into the action. Other than that, nobody really has a skirmish advantage. One skirmisher versus one skirmisher is pretty meh. Speaking of which, though, this Manticore has to be careful. It's sitting right above these guys. It could get hurt enough to maybe rampage down at the Giants, and that would be a fast rest in peace, especially because Azhag can throw in a Spirit Leech at any moment. Looks like we're going to get maybe a Fate of Buna onto the Knights of the Ebon Claw. Yeah, it's a Fate of Buna if it takes that long to cast. Wonder how much damage it'll do. Azhag is going to try to use his impressive 110 speed to get away from that Manticore that only has 85, but taking inside track and charge bonus is a hell of a drug. It is going to catch up to him anyway. Nice play here from Azhag to just land, though. Lands next to his giant, and he's like, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? You gonna come down here? Huh? You ain't gonna come down here. You ain't gonna do shit. Also, that Fate of Buna did a lot of damage to Knights of Ebon Claw. Good lord. That's a, like, 1,400 gold unit. 800 gold value off that one cast. Oof. Oof, Azhag. Well done. Well done. So, Dark Riders are now going to try to get involved with their Cold Knight friends. The Cav is all getting in there. This might be a little overzealous. Now, they are going to fight Orc Boy Biggins and Squigs. There's also a lot of infantry support nearby from Orc Boys. There's Giants nearby. I don't know about this, Chief. I don't know about this. This feels like a bit of an overextension from the Dark Elves. They are going to start falling back, it looks like. Some of them retreating, some of them just falling back. Bleak Swords and Dread Spears are now starting to get here. The Dark Elves do have much better infantry than just, you know, goblins. So the Dark Elves should really want to get in the fight. And Malice wants to find something to scrap with. Maybe the Giants. Apparently the Hammer of Gork. Both Manticores are trying to chase down Azhag as Orc Boys peel them off, but they aren't the best at doing that, and the Manticores are just going to get past. And Dark Riders will even stop Azhag from escaping. Stop him dead in his tracks. And the Wyverns don't have the best mass. They aren't like Dragons. Dragons got a bunch of mass increases that they needed. Wyverns can get stopped dead by the horses, but he does pull out the backside of them. Malice still fighting, but now surrounded by Orc Boy Biggins and charged by the Wah, giving them 46 melee attack, plus they have their bonus versus large. They'll do alright over there on the far side. Dark Elves are winning, losing in the center and losing on the near side. So it is that far side they're really doing well with all that support. Sorceress of Death was getting chased by a giant and some squigs and stuff, but it looks like she is going to be fine for now. Probably wants to get away from that giant before he realizes how close she is, but the giants may be coming back to help out with Azhag, who's getting another Spirit Leech onto him. Getting a Manticore T-posing on him is how good of a time this Manticore is having. It doesn't even need to land to inflict its will upon the battle, but Azhag being real low is a problem. Greenskins are quite up on the balance of power. Can see that, because while their Lord is getting sniped, I mean, both their Giants are healthy, they still have some decent infantry on the field, they have a lot more cav on the field, so things are going okay for them overall. The Sorceress of Death is feeling so emboldened by Azhag's extremely low health pool that even she just wants a piece of him. It looks like he might rout. No, he's going to escape here. But another Spirit Leech plus the Manticore chasing him should mean Azhag getting a one-way ticket off this map. In the Wars of Attrition, Dark Elves are losing. Across the map, we can see their infantry are slowly but surely taking damage. The Cav is ceasing to exist. It's tricky. I mean, Malice is fine. Malice is big chillin'. He's just been sitting these Orc Barbarians forever. He's healing as much damage as he's taking, which is pretty funny. Alright, Manticore rampages off to chase Shattered Squigherd instead of finishing off Azhag, who will fly away of his own volition. Now, if he had his items, because he can't have them when he's mounted for some godforsaken reason, he would have plenty of leadership to come back, because he has 2 different abilities that give him leadership, and one of them is tied to his items. But he does not have it, so for now he'll be pushed off, though I think with -4 leadership, he should be able to rally soon. Ooh, maybe not. Ooh, maybe not. Wow. That's a shame if Azhag routes off with 600 HP. Well, like, several games now we've seen Bretonnian Knights fight the last man. That's silly. As far as the battle goes, Orc Barbarians give up on fighting Malice. They're instead going to surround and beat down this Manticore. They should get good damage output with this 34 melee defense. It's actually going to be alright versus their 23 melee attack. They have a bonus versus large, which is 12, but that brings them up to 35, so it's 35 versus 34. So Barbarians are not as great at surrounding and killing a single entity as you might think. Azhag is back with 0 leadership. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Double Giants descend upon Malice. And they got their bonking clubs out. They got their bonking clubs ready. They're ready to do some slapping. Knights of the Ebb and Claw, after their rough start due to a Fate of Yuna, are hanging in there. You know, they've been around. They've been getting 900 value after getting Fate of Yuna. That's honestly awesome for that unit. Holy shit. Go them go. An Overcast's Spirit Leech does finish off Azhag, though, which is even worse than if he had just routed off the map, because a Lord Death penalty is worse than a Lord Routing penalty. So Greenskins take a massive leadership hit. You can see everything starting to rout except for the Giants, and these here, Orc Boys, Barbarians, and the Giants going to fight Malice. Time to kick his ass. There's some Dread Spears coming as well. Dark Elves take the lead on the balance of power, and I do agree. Though they're not free and clear yet, a lot of their balance of power is caught up in single entities or the Knights of the Ebb and Claw, who are very low on bottles, which means the Giants are actually well secured to kill them. The Giants are scared of archers and mass halberd/spears, and neither of those exist at this moment. There are spears, just not a lot of them. You can see the Dread Spears go and get involved, and they immediately rout. There's one Dark Rider repeater crossbow with ammunition left, but its very low model count means it won't get a lot of damage out. These Giants could be a real problem. Gonna do some fast forwarding as there's a bit of Benny Hill as Dark Elves just chase off everything that isn't a Giant, and the Giants try to pick a fight. Dark Riders are gonna charge them and immediately rout. But everything for the Greenskins that isn't a Giant is getting pushed off the map right now. Giants come back. Malice charges in with all of his abilities popped. Bam. Nice miss, Giant. 6 melee defense from the Demon's Curse. That's kind of funny. With the 65 melee defense, they aren't hitting Malice as much as I would like, but there we go. We got some good hits in. Another hit. Another hit. Giants absolutely clobbering this man, trying to drag back the balance of power as they just beat the shit out of Malice. Malice has to run away. He's like, you know what? Fuck this. I ain't dealing with it. Oh, that's great. A little bit of fast forwarding as the Sorceress of Death comes in for a Spirit Leech, gets a little too close for comfort, and takes an absolute walloping for trouble. Dark Rider Peter Crossbows are here. They're going to try and do some damage. A little bit of kiting. Cold One Knights, Spears, and Malice. Ooh, he transforms into Tazarkan. All of them are going to go get involved. They're sick of these Giants shit. The Giants are way down on the balance of power because Tazarkan is back with full HP, so the game's like, oh, it's a brand new Lord. He's not slowly draining himself or anything. No, he's a brand new guy. Giants are still here. Giants are still kicking ass. Can they do enough damage to keep the balance of power from army losses in them as they swing? But they miss. They miss against Tazarkan. He only has 50 melee defense. Come on, you guys. You have 68 and 66 attack. Another Spirit Leech hits him. The Knights of the Ebb and Claw are here. Balance of power is so close to army losses. Go, Giants, go! Swing! Swing, you beautiful bastards! One of them is going to rout. Army losses is going to hit them both. And I don't know. I think they had it. I don't know if they had it. It was just funny. They were beating the shit out of Malice. 1,500 for the Boy Wonder. 1,200 for the Knight Sapling Claw, which is really, really impressive considering the start they had. Like, I know I said that, but just imagine any other unit getting 1,200 value after going to 1/3 HP before the game even started. Like, that's good. That's really good for that unit. 1,500 gold on the Spirit Leech Caster. Manticores did great. Dark Riders, Cold One Knights, everything on the Dark Elf roster had to pull its weight there. They all did well. Aztec honestly did fine. I mean, he got sniped out. There's a lot of resource dedicated to that, but it happens. Giants did great. I loved him. Orc Boar Boy Biggins did quite well, all things considered. Boar Boys did okay. Hammer of Gork did fine for forcing the enemy in. Morgrubs did great. Squigs did fine. Goblins and Orcs did fine. Yeah, so overall fine. It was a close game, but a lot of the value from the Giants came from Malice, to be fair, and he has a second health bar. So their value can be a little deceiving. GG's. Roar.
Subscribe, yes, yes.